Hey, what's going on, everyone? I have Todd here who's been crushing it inside of his funding offer. So I want to bring him on so we can start to learn more about his experience, share his success, and hopefully learn from it. So, Todd, great to have you on, my man.
Thanks, brother.
Let's
Appreciate
go.
it.
So,
Nice to
yeah,
see
I
you.
know we just got some recent wins here. You just hit 60K cash collected in your business. You just got an 80K win at Chase. So,
Yeah.
yeah, how do you feel about your business right now? You got some good momentum behind you?
Yeah. I got some super good momentum. Actually, I do have some other sources of income too, but I just literally started this business, not knowing nothing about it, and but I've owned a business, did business my whole life, so I understood how to grow it in a sense of what I got to do. So good momentum going right now. I got enough cash flow to get hopefully get one of the closers where I seen in the system going around. So I'll talk to you
Hmm.
about that. We can talk about that later. But yeah, I do. I just got an 80K win for one of my customers. With he has the Aged Corporation.
Hmm.
He's got 80K with Vidal. You know Vidal,
Yeah,
right
he's
out of
one of our
Florida, right?
contacts. Yeah,
So
yeah.
he told us to hold on though for the second card for 30
Hmm.
days and then come back to him.
Yeah,
So
man.
maybe he
No,
gets
super
another
exciting.
50. I don't know. Maybe he gets another 50, another 80. Who knows?
100%. No, super exciting, getting some big wins and everything. And like you mentioned, like you were just getting started in this funding industry. You had like a little bit of experience, like you had some knowledge about how credit and funding worked, but you're really kind of starting from scratch, I guess, when you first started with us, right? So what were you kind of looking to put together? Like what were your big goals when you were looking to kind of get started with us? Like what are the main things that you think were missing inside of your business?
All right. The way it really worked was so I do real estate. I have for since 2008. So basically 17 years, something like that. I built up a massive company, but in 2025, like it just froze. Uh, terrible year. And I'm like, oh my God, I need to bring in some different income because it ain't working for me at this point. So I
Hmm.
kept seeing a guy on the on like uh, Instagram, um, and about the funding and this and that. So like literally, actually, I went in for my own funding. Honestly, is how it worked. And then I was talking to him, and he got me some funding. And then he doesn't do what we do, by the way. Like if he was doing it this way, I would have got way more funding. But anyway, uh, and that's how I'm like, man, I kind of like this business because like he he made some good money off of me, right? I'm like, man, I could be doing this. And real estate was not doing so good, so that's it. But then he had a coaching program too, so I paid for that, and
Hmm.
he's a successful guy for sure. I would say for sure. Like I've kind of checked him out, and I think for sure he is. But for his coaching and everything, it got me to a point where like I kind of understand. Uh, but then like I was just pretty much lost. Like what am I going to do?
Hmm.
I knew the system sort of, but as far as go high level and this type of, I knew how to do my own ads and stuff, so that was fine. But as far as this system, like how we do it, totally different than him. But I didn't even have any
Hmm.
of this knowledge. So you actually put me into a, actually like I would have been, truthfully, Alex, I would have been, I'm pretty far along. Like I'm pretty much pulling myself out of the, I don't want to say the gutter. I was kind of not in the gutter,
Hmm.
but my when I talk about how much money, like I've been big before, right? So like when I'm saying
Yeah.
I'm not doing well, this other guy's probably going, "What are you talking about?" You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So, but I would be 5x back probably if I didn't run
Yeah.
into you. I don't know how I ran into you, but just and then what's cool is you picked up the phone. I think it was a Saturday. I was at the gym. You remember that?
Hmm.
I don't know if you
Yeah,
remember,
yeah, of
but I
course.
was working
Yeah.
out and we were
Hmm.
talking. It
Yeah, we
might
had
have
a
been a
fun
Sunday even,
conversation about
honestly.
like getting in shape. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. No, it's great. I mean, I know like yeah, you had like a prior business, you had like grown like a really successful business before, you had like a team and everything, and just trying to
Yeah.
recreate something in this particular industry and in this model as well. And I'm glad to hear that we kind of provide you with the systems that that last program might not have provided for you. And I know now, we're just getting started, and recently you got up to 10, 15 calls booked a week, which is super exciting. We're starting to bring on some clients. You got the whole go high level. We got the DM ads put together. You got a lot of automations for marketing. I know you put out a lot of content now too. Like, how do you feel on like the acquisition side of things? Like, would you say you're a lot more confident in your business now to how to like think about acquiring more clients and knowing what to do next to like really scale it up at this point?
Yeah, yeah, I do 100%. Like, I feel like I'm in a position where like I can actually start like running the business. Like right now, I was doing everything to build the business to a point where I understand it. Like, so because you got to understand what you're trying to do for everybody, right? Like for when you start putting people in place, you got to know what you're talking about. Otherwise, where do you draw the limits? You know?
Yeah.
So like for example, if how many calls does it take to sign somebody up, that kind of stuff. So if you didn't do it, like how do you know? You're gonna rely on someone else. I mean, you know what I mean. So like I know I can do pretty well. I'm not by any means saying I'm the best closer or I'm the best phone guy, whatever. I'm not saying that, but I'm pretty good. So like at least I can set a boundary or standards, for when you hire the closer, when you hire the commando, that kind of stuff, what needs to happen.
Yeah.
So I'm at the point where I absolutely pretty much know all the ins and outs of the business. So the next couple months are going to be, I think they're going to be pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
So
No,
yeah, I mean, I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah. No, I mean, I know we put together that whole funnel and everything. You're looking to put together like an H Corp funnel, having like a standard LLC funnel. Like there's like a lot of our templates, pre-made things, like having access to a systems guy, like does having these kind of resources and support like allow you to make moves like this a lot faster and a lot easier too? Like has that made it a big impact in your business to have these kind of infrastructure to support you?
Yeah, yeah. Just earlier we were talking about the new LLC slash existing LLC. If we have some sort of automation for that would be cool. But anyways, as far as the automation goes, you helped out with a lot of automation as far as that goes too. Now I implemented ManyChat into the sales funnel. So like as far as getting people onto the calendar.
Yeah.
So I divide them up actually. Does this person needs credit? This person needs funding. And then so I'm working on a couple other things that kind of like a DIY credit platform where it literally just someone gets signed up and they don't even have to talk to us. It's cheap enough where it's like $100 a month or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm working on that too. So where it's more like they just pay to, do their credit and they can do it themselves. But it's like an application though. So I'm working on that too.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I think the systems that you've shown me at least, and there's probably more that I don't even know about actually, right? So I'm waiting for more.
Yeah. Now we're always making updates. We're implementing a lot of new things with AI now and the Claude co-work, et cetera. So that's our goal. We want to be able to make it as easy as possible for you to make decisions and hit the next level. And I know we're just getting started literally with the business. Now we're booking 15 plus calls a week, which is super exciting. And so now that the acquisition's kind of handled, going into the funding results and everything too. I know we just got like a big win with Chase. I think you just got a big personal loan approval too. So like, how are the funding results as well? How have that been for you?
I got some wins.
Yeah. Has it been easier with you for like the vault access that we have or having access to our team to look over reports? I know you've gotten a lot of H Corps with us as too. So has that been like a really cool offer to sell to clients as well? Like how's the whole funding experience been for you and delivering for clients since you're kind of doing it for the first time with your people as well?
So no, I totally like it. Like, I guess what I realize is like, you're not going to get anyone 150 by just having a new business, right? I don't think. I mean, maybe you get lucky, right? But I just don't see it happening really, unless you do personal too. Maybe then you can. But so I like to sell the H Corp. That's kind of what I do. But the problem that I'm running into, which it's not necessarily a problem, it's just just the way sales works is like the 10,000, right? That's an issue for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Most people. I mean, not a lot. I would say most. I've only had a couple people actually pay the 10,000. and we're doing the H corp. So I'm trying to work that out. Like I said, I'm working on my pitch better and trying to build this up. You guys gave me a pitch, and now I'm at that point, but I'm refining it. You know, so I would say that's maybe I think it can be mastered though. You know, it's just got to be with the right people being marketed to. But that's another thing. And then you got to work on the ad. I mean, it's all everything, right? And then you got to work on the ads. All right, my ads are getting, and I think I know what I did because I know ads pretty well. I do this thing where they do the AI ads, but the AI ads are trying to get you the cheapest price. And what happens is, I think they're just pushing them out all over. So you're not necessarily, it's not necessarily hitting the guy that's a business owner that has got some money but wants to grow the business and needs 300,000. It's not hitting that guy. It's hitting whoever, right? So like, it's just growing a business.
Yeah, no, I mean that's super exciting. I mean, you're starting to sell 10K upfront funding packages, which is not a lot. Like not a lot of funders even get to that point. So you've already sold a couple of them. I know you've gotten a lot of
I've sold two.
So now you're starting to dial it in. And then like for the funding results too, if you bring on a client, do you feel like you have the right resources now to know what to do? Like you have access to us, you have access to the vault. Like would you say this is a lot easier working with us versus like doing it by yourself, for example? Like how's that been for you as well?
Oh yeah,
having, like,
I totally like the vault itself. Like where I started with, like I had no knowledge of this business whatsoever. So like the vault was priceless, realistically. For where I was, I mean, like, you know, and I probably was the guy that was asking the most questions, right? For sure. But that's how I roll. You got to know what you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
So it was priceless. Now I'm at the point where I still need it because of all the data points. Like, how do you remember, you know, I don't know how many banks we have, 3,000 or what do we got, 200, 300, 3,000? I don't even know because there's more than there's always another bank when you look at it again, you know? So how do you remember that, number one? But, you know, as far as I'm at a point now where, like, I don't know, you guys probably see that I don't ask that many questions, and so I'm retaining a lot of info. So, but it's freaking priceless just because, you know, you got help, you got people doing it. We were talking earlier that you got guys doing over 100K a month in the club and everything, blah, blah, blah. So, like, I mean, to me, I mean, without reality, I'm used to doing 100 plus a month. Not doing this, but like my real estate business I did over 12 million in 2019. So I'm used to, I understand cash, you know, and it wasn't good. You know, I'm always trying to do better, right? So I took a big hit last year. So then talking to you about these guys doing 100K, I'm like, it just makes me want to, that's it. I'm doing 200, you know, but I got to, first of all, let's get to 30 or 40, right? So I'm not doing that, but that's kind of the stepping stone, I think. Once you hit 30, you're kind of doing pretty well as far as you can pay your bills and run the business, you know. But you can't do it at 10. I don't, you know, maybe some people can, but not me. And my bills I'm used to running a business where, like, and doing well in life, so my bills are accordingly. So, but about 30, you can breathe a little bit on a consistent basis, I would say. But I'm gunning for the 100 now.
Yeah. No, I mean, we're on the right track, and I'm glad to hear that the vault's been like a great resource. I mean, we see so many funders in our community now. We're helping them with all of their clients the same way that we help your clients too. So we just have so much access and so much volume that we feed into the vault. And like you said, like we're updating it literally all the time. We've connected it to AI now, so you can literally ask the AI questions that goes and looks at the vault at this point, which has been a cool add-on. So and I think that's one of the resources that it's kind of hard to think about running the business without it, probably. So we try to do that.
I got to start using the AI more. I've asked a few times, but I'm used to just asking you guys, and you know, this technology. I'm a little bit older, so I'm used to like, I'm kind of old school, right? In the sense, like, we didn't have cell phones when I was young. You know what I mean? So, I mean, we did, but they were those freaking ones like that, you know.
Big blocks. Yeah, no, I mean we have the vault as a resource. We have the CCA intakes. You submit your client, we give you a resource back. I know you've hopped on a lot of one-on-one calls too, so all that to hopefully give you confidence on the funding process. But I guess even inside of the CCA program too, at one point we helped you place a commando. I know that can be a really heavy process, right? With recruiting, with interviewing, with training, getting them on board, like making sure that they have like a background and everything. Like now that you got someone in your business, like was that like a cool experience for you as well? Was that helpful to have someone placed in your business has already at least trained up a little bit, and now you have someone that you can kind of start to delegate tasks to? Like was that a good experience for you as well, getting that commando placement?
Yeah, absolutely. Like going back again, like I started the business just all by myself, didn't know nothing, but you had to at the point because I started basically with a little bit of money, and I mean every business needs money. I mean, so I started with that because of the circumstance I came into the business, but then the sales. My calendar is. We were talking about the sales. Like my calendar every day is booked with 6 calls every day.
That's awesome.
Now it's for 2 weeks, but now that's a problem too. I don't want to segue into that, but because the retention falls off, right? Anyway, so like what I'm getting at is like I don't have time to be like you got to. So you got the calls every day during the day, and then at night I was doing a lot of the work where, like a commando would do, like building the corpse, doing this, doing that, blah blah blah. So it's really helping right now. So my commando is yet to build out a corp, but I'm going to be ordering a couple actually. So
Nice.
we'll get him doing that, and then once he understands that, he'll pretty much know.
And he's like fully autonomous. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the role of the business. Like, let me dial this up, then very quickly start to get super busy with the client work. But then now that starts to, sacrifice on the marketing side. And so now that we got the commando in place, you're already fully delegating that. And you're back to 6 calls a day now on your marketing side of things. And so now your goal that you've mentioned is like, okay, can I try to think about hiring maybe like a setter and a closer to step out of that element too? And once you're at that point, we have people signing up without talking to them, commandos delivering the results. Like now you got a true business that's kind of operating on its own, and you just focus on the branding and doing the ad, which is what you like to do, and the content side of things. So, no, I mean, it sounds like you're really excited.
I just recently on my Instagram, I literally got over 1 million views on. So I'm
awesome.
learning how to go viral too. I literally did one. It's freaking unbelievable, honestly. I got over 1.2 million views, or 1.3 million or 4 or something right now.
Wow.
And not a paid ad
How do you
either.
feel
It's
now,
just organic.
Yeah. No, I mean, now you mentioned like, you feel like you got some momentum and everything. Like, what are your goals now? What are you trying to get to? You mentioned like the 100K months. Like, do you feel like you're in the right path now to be able to do that? You got the systems in place. You got the support. You got your commando. You got a full calendar of calls. You're getting some big funding wins. Like, do you feel like you're on the right track to hit your 100K months now?
Yeah, right track. The key thing is for any business is you got to get to a point where you have enough cash to make the next step. You have to make the next step. If you can't make the next step, you can't grow. And my next step is putting in a closer is really what the next step is. But I might introduce some like webinars also. So I'll do that too to figure that out, because you always got to know what you're doing. Otherwise, you can't. How do you delegate? So, but I think I'm at the point where I finally. And it is tight, man. It is freaking tight, right? I'm not at the point where I'm like, oh man, I got, 100,000 in the bank, so you got some leeway to lose money, make some errors, right? I don't have that. So like, if I make an error, it could be pretty costly, especially with my circumstance in life, with the baby coming and everything else going on. So I'm at the point where like I think I can move to the next level and hire a guy pretty soon. A closer, and hopefully they're
Nice.
Better than me for sure. But obviously they got to be, otherwise why wouldn't I do it again? But you know what I mean. So,
I mean,
yeah, I think I'm at that point. So yeah, I think the 100 is like, it's not far away. Honestly, it's not far away. The 100, literally, to get to the 100, you need 4 10K customers a month, and then you're at what 80. Pretty much. So you need 5 then. You need 5 a month, which I think is pretty easy.
Yeah.
So
No, I mean, it's super exciting. I mean, we're starting the business basically from scratch. Now you got a commando in place. You got a full calendar of calls. You're just right there with hiring a closer now. You've been selling a bunch of 10K packages. And you're looking to scale that process up too. So it sounds like you're in a really great position ultimately. You say that you're really close to the 100K months now, which is super exciting. So not at this point, if you were to talk to someone that's considering the Credit Coach Academy program and joining, what would you tell them about it?
I would say, it's with all the systems that you guys have, and you got everything included in that. Like it's worth it. Now, everyone's going to look at the fee to get started and all that. So everyone looks at that, but the bottom line is if you can get through it, at the end of the day, it's worth it. Because without the help, like I'm not saying I personally feel I could have done it without the help, because that's just how I operate. But like I said 5x before we went live, but man, it's 10x. I'm already doing like this next month. I literally could be doing 30, and I literally just started from like nothing,
Yeah.
So once you hit 30, then I can get the closer. The 100's right there. It's not far off. So I would say it's 100% worth it for people business owners to sign up, and if this is what they want to do. Not going back as a business owner for my whole life, pretty much. If you don't want to do it, it's not going to be successful anyways. So, but if they like it and they love it and they can see themselves doing this business, like the education is enormous for success in this business with you guys.
I appreciate it. No, it's been an absolute pleasure working with you. We built some incredible momentum. We're right there at the 30K months now, starting from scratch, and we're super close to ramping that up. Like you said, once you start passing the 30Ks, now you can afford the team, start stepping out of the elements. You can ramp up the ads fast, and it goes a lot faster at that point. So, really excited to help you now scale to that point as well, because we've helped clients all the way up to the 100K months and beyond. So we've already seen what that process looks like. So super excited to take you there. But yeah, Todd, thanks so much for spending the time here and hopping on with me. It's been a pleasure connecting with you, and thanks for all these words as well. It's been a pleasure. And man, we'll connect soon. Thanks again.
All right. God bless you, man.
Cheers.